Good morning, Lufkin Central and Online Worship Community. Jason Hollinger, the campus and community minister here. And for our Jesus and Coffee this morning, as we have two more this week, and then we pick back up again Monday morning. That's right, it's already Thursday. Wow. But anyhow, we're going to start a series again. We're going to use the U version Bible app, and have a series that we're starting today that is titled "Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table." It's a 6 day uh, devotional reading plan based off a book by Louis Giglio, and just one of the things that has come up a lot during this time is uh, just this time with COVID, with separation, with anxiety, with everything happening, with just kind of loss of some level of control. Maybe we weren't in as much control as we thought, but just the fact of losing the opportunity. You may not always want to go outside and do whatever and go shopping or whatever like that, but when all of a sudden that option is taken away from you, it's difficult, right? It's something that we don't always handle, and so one of the things that comes into play in the midst of situations like this is those who are, I think of those who are dealing with addictions right now, that we're dealing with them and trying to recover from these addictions in the midst of when all this hit, and those who have dealt with them in the past. As somebody who has dealt with it, I can understand that. I can appreciate that. So that language speaks to me, and so the title of this first of don't give the enemy a seat at the table is the table before us. And so I'm going to read a little bit of this devotional, and we'll read the verse for the day, and then just kind of issue our challenge as we usually do. Listen to this: the table before us. He says, everybody experiences tense circumstances where your mind is heavy and you feel like you're under attack. Times when you want to swing big and fight back, or maybe even want to give up and give in. What do you do? How do you win the battle of your mind? If you could just get your thoughts in order, you could probably figure out a way to proceed. But keeping a clear head is more difficult than it sounds. Maybe you're on the wrong side of someone else's harmful actions or hurtful words. Maybe conflict comes from within. It's easy at those times for fear or despair to set in. You keep your defenses high and you seek allies. You look for someone, anyone, who sees things your way. I was looking, he says, I was looking for this in a reply from a friend. Says he texted me a one sentence reply: don't give the enemy a seat at your table. Not the text I was looking for, but those 9 words changed my life. They showed me that thoughts were coming in from someone besides my heavenly Father. The enemy had taken a seat at my table, and I determined to take back my table. The devil would have to flee. He said, as I read Psalm 23, I could see myself sitting at a table with the Good Shepherd across from me. And the table, it was set right in the midst of my enemies. You know, we, again, as you know, addictions is something that we have to take very, very seriously. Whether you're going through it and you say, well, no duh, preach. But it's I think sometimes it's if it's something that you're not dealing with, it's almost like it's not happening. If you're not dealing with it yourself and it's somebody else's issue, it's hard to connect with it. But again, for those who have been through it before, for those who have experienced addictions before, it's something that you understand. And the difficult side of that, though, is sometimes when you've faced those things before and you have removed yourself and so much to the point, it's almost like you don't want to go back down that road again. And so my challenge, my challenge to you is, uh, as those opportunities come to you to help somebody, help to the point that you're comfortable, right? Don't put yourself in a situation that if there's something that whatever your struggle may be. I'm not just talking about alcohol. I'm not talking about drugs. I mean, it's finances. It's just, self-harm, all those kind of things. We need to be wise in how we help people and how we speak to them through past experiences that we've had. But here it is right here. He mentioned Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I lack. The Lord is your shepherd. There is nothing you lack. The Lord is their shepherd, those going through those addictions. There's nothing they lack. They have at their disposal the resources to fight these addictions, to fight these struggles, to fight these, as Celebrate Recovery says, these hurts, habits, and hangups. There are the resources there, but God puts people in our lives that help guide us to where we need to be, that help lead us down that path that we need to go down. So, as you think about those over this last year, just here, in a few hours from now, now a little under 5 hours, oh, the Lufkin Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance is putting on a National Day of Prayer, and myself, I'm going to lead this moment of silence for those that we have lost during this very difficult season of COVID-19. In loss, loss is difficult, right? We all understand that. But also remember those that we've lost to addictions, that we've lost to relapses. And so, as we think about this, the Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I lack. I truly believe God places us in the paths of those who need Him and who need somebody to be His instrument of truth, of hope, of peace for them in the midst of the storms that they are going through. So, yes, don't allow the devil a seat at your table, and don't allow the devil a seat at the table of your friends, of your neighbors, of your loved ones, and even your enemies. And remember, as that table is prepared, yes, it says in the presence of my enemies. But notice, God is at the table with you, with your friends, with your family, with your enemies. Why? Because the Lord is our shepherd, and there is nothing that we lack. How are you going to be helpful? How are you going to be present, a listener, a shoulder to cry on, to lean on? How are you going to be the one that helps somebody see the God that gives them everything they need? How are you going to do that? Can't wait to hear and see how it goes. Have a great day, and God bless.